My name is Cindy Pawson. I used to be your average casual bully. Yeah, that's right, a bully. And I would constantly harass everyone at school, my own adopted siblings, my family, everything. But before any of that started, I was given up to an orphanage by my parents because they couldn't take care of me anymore. And so, I was adopted by a new parent, and her name is Andy. Andy loved me so much, and I loved her so much. We had so much fun together. We went on adventures. She cooked me delicious meals. I gave her entertainment and humor. We were like best friends. But it turns out, Andy loved me a little too much, and she started adopting more kids my age. And soon, we were all a big happy family of 8. Now, at this time, I wasn't a bully, and I respected all my adopted siblings, and I was glad that they were there. But I developed this hatred for one in particular when I found out that my crush had a crush on her. My crush was Herb Hayes, one of my adopted siblings, because he was so beautiful and he was so nice to everyone. Everyone. I'm not even kidding. But one day I overheard that Herb actually liked Kimberly Hills, the one girl in particular who I developed a hatred for. I was so mad that I began to bully her for the rest of my life, and so did my other friends and adopted siblings, Rose Miller and Cosmo Park. We bullied her for as long as I can remember, and we wanted to make her life absolutely miserable. We even bullied her friends, and technically they were our adopted siblings too, by the names of Sean Anderson and Ted Clark. We didn't care that they were technically our family. We didn't care that they were, people too. We just didn't care about anything anymore. All my friends cared about was listening to me, and all I cared about was Herb and winning his heart over Kimberly's. Flash forward a bit, I finally developed my first and last diabolical plan, and it was to make Herb hate Kimberly. It almost worked, but it didn't quite. First, I told Herb that Kimberly was spreading lies and rumors about him and that she hated him, so he didn't like her anymore. And that was only the beginning. Later, I told Kimberly how Herb hated her, and she soon got the proof for herself. Then I told her, and this one was a lie, that her friends, Sean and Ted, actually hated her too, and she believed every single word that slipped right out of my mouth. And so, Sean, and Ted got into a huge fight when she accused them of hating her and believing my lies. After a while, Kimberly had no friends, and Herb didn't like her either. It was all thanks to me. And to be honest, later on, I felt really bad about that, and I wanted to make things right. But soon, I committed violence towards Kimberly. She ticked me off so badly, and I hadn't gotten further into the plan, and I just did it. I shoved her into the wall so hard that she got a brain injury and was sent to the hospital. Everyone in the family was disappointed in me. But Herb still liked me. He said that he always really liked me, but that he just chose Kimberly over me for whatever reason. And now that Kimberly was, quote-unquote, spreading lies and rumors about him, he liked me. So we got together, and that ticked Kimberly off so much. After a while, everyone found out about my plan, about why I bullied Kimberly for so long after all these years, and why we were where we are now. And everyone was disappointed in me, but at the same time, they forgave me, and we were all one big happy family again. But then we realized that Kimberly's nurse was an evil criminal mastermind, and well, you see, since I was the one who put Kimberly in the hospital, she had 4 options. She could give me a restraining order, send me to court, give me the death penalty, or just do nothing with me. She was going to choose a restraining order, and then she was going to choose nothing after I explained my plan and we were all friends. But then the evil nurse forced her to give me the death penalty. And as you can see, I'm very well alive right now, so I'm sure you're wondering about that. Apparently, the nurse's plan was to kill us all. I have no idea why, but she's planned things like this in the past, and unfortunately, she succeeded and she wasn't caught. But now that we knew about this, she was sent off to prison for good. And we haven't seen her since. No one really has, actually. And since nobody would expect such a heartfelt nurse to be this way, it was all over the news. TVs, radio stations, you name it, everyone around the world knew. And one event led to another, and eventually everyone knew about our story. You know, Kimberly, me, Sean, Ted, Herb, everyone. And now, our story is a hit.